Hi, this is Craig at the Information Lab, and this is my submission for the 2019 Tableau Virtual Hackathon. My submission is an application that I've named the Hyper Lab, and the Hyper Lab is a really super easy way to take one or more CSV files, however big they are, and parse them, push them into a Hyper extract using the brand new HyperAPI, which is super fast. So we'll start off by creating a schema in the app and choosing where we want to save the hyper file to. I'll call it demo.hyper. And this is the location that it's going to output to in the bottom left-hand corner. The table is that I'm going to build is based on UK house prices. So let's call the table house prices. And obviously we want some source files to be part of that. Now let's not just have one source file. Let's have multiple. Oops. Try that again. Okay. Now I could build this sort of schema for the table manually column by column, but I know that this contains the headers that I need. So I'm just going to hit load columns from source file, and it's pulled through all of those headers from the CSV. In here we have all the different types of data from the data type, from the HyperAPI available, and we can change and modify our schema as and when we need. At this point in the pre-release, though, it's kind of just a good idea to leave it as text. Right, we're ready to go. I don't have a good communication at this point, or at least an interface to that communication between the back end and the front end interface, which is why I've got this output screen up top here. So we're going to see it run through and build a hyper file in this prompt here, and the hyper file is going to actually appear in my folder down here. So let's hit create hyper. Okay, it started to build that through. It's running through the 5 files that I gave it, and looks like it's all well done. So there we have it. Hyperfile built, 100 meg from about 400 meg of data. There we go. There's my submission, the HyperLab.